Golf, 1,500 climbing 3,000 on a 1.
Hey everybody.
Happy, Golf, stand above departure, ready to contact, climbing
happy Thursday night, according to tomorrow.
3452 Echo, descend via...
Alright, everything's fired up. I filed to go from Gillespie to Montgomery. Real world weather, real world time. It's about 17:43 local.
Ground, Sierra 731 November Echo
and
is ready to taxi at Million Air with information Oscar.
Here. Starting fairly soon. X-planes seem to have jumped the gun with some rain. It's not actually raining outside.
8 taxi via
let's see, we're started. We are on the East Transient ramp.
LA Center 15.5.
So real close to taxiway Delta and the runway. I'm going to go ahead and get ready to copy my clearance here.
JS312 Whiskey Golf, Los Angeles Center, hello. Climb and maintain 1,000, passing 8,000, clear direct tenor.
I'm expecting the...
Number 10 Charlie, connect to tower, 119.7.
40 Tower, 10 Charlie.
Mission Bay 2 departure, Mission Bay.
Santa Barbara Tower, Skylane 10 Charlie.
Then I'm going to ask for the ILS 28 right.
Skyline 10 Charlie, Santa Barbara Tower, wind 0607, runway 7, clear to land.
7 clear to land, 10.
And Gillespie ground, this is Cap 449, looking for an IFR clearance to Montgomery, please.
Cap 449 Gillespie ground, clearance on request.
Cap 449. And this is IFR. You don't get what you want right away, sometimes if at all. Just for grins while I'm waiting, I will be optimistic and plug in our
Fox Tower, 45 Whiskey, clear of runway.
45 Whiskey, taxi to park via Alpha, monitor ground. Have a nice day. Number 2 Whiskey Golf, Camarillo, altimeter 29902.
Fox Tower, 45 Whiskey. Western taxi back runway.
And we're looking at 673. We'll make it
number
700.
Okay, number 45 Whiskey, just remain on this frequency, then taxi, or runway 24, taxi via Alpha.
Via Alpha, back
Little
to
cushion
4.
never killed anybody. We should easily...
Cap 449, clear to Montgomery Airport, Mission Bay 2 departure to Mission Bay direct, maintain 3,000. Maintain 4,000. Departure frequency 1196, squawk 3361.
Cap 449 is cleared to Montgomery Field, be the Mission Bay 2 departure, Mission Bay then direct. 4K, departure is 119.6, squawk 3361.
Cap flight 449, Rebecca's correct.
All right, let's get that plugged in. All right, we're
Burbank Tower, Sierra 731 November Echo is holding short at runway 8, ready for IFR departure.
Mission Bay 2, let's finish what we're doing here.
Sierra 731 November Echo, Burbank Tower, runway 8, clear for takeoff.
There we
runway
go, do a quick
cleared
sanity
for
check.
Echo.
Kind of like the 530s, the old G1000, put Montgomery in, then the approach. We're going to clear that out. The approach will take us to Montgomery. We don't want to go there before we start the approach. All right, maybe nasty altitudes are in. Final approach fix above 2,500. Missed approach points the runway, at which point climbed 1,100. And we're going to hold a carif for missed. Let's see. All right, that looks good. Now we're gonna go altitude 4,000. We're gonna go transponder code tree 61. Good, took that. We're good to go. Go back, and we're on altitude. We're gonna switch over. All right, time to copy our ATIS.
2.1, altimeter 29904. Arriving and departing
Sirius 1
runways
November Echo
27 left,
contacts, okay,
27 right. Visual approaches in use. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact you have information Bravo. Gillespie Airport, ATIS information Bravo. 0247 Zulu. Wind variable at 4. Visibility 10. 5,500 scattered. Temperature 18. 2.11. Altimeter 29904. Arriving and departing runways 27 left, 27 right. Visual approaches in use. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact you have information Bravo.
731 November
Right, we
Echo,
got
so
Bravo.
departure radar contact, climb and maintain 6,000.
Climb and maintain 6,000, 1 November Echo.
And we expect
3452 Echo, thank you.
we're expecting Delta.
Number 1 November Echo, turn right, direct Fillmore,
Close.
and then resume on navigation.
Turn right, direct Fillmore, 1 November Echo, and resume on navigation, 1 November Echo.
And Gillespie ground is Cap 449 East Transient, ready to taxi to 27 right with Bravo.
Cap 449, Gillespie ground, 27 right, taxi via Delta, please.
Taxi via Delta, Cap 449er. All right, there we go. Now, a little glitch. I need these landing lights and taxi lights
Cap
on.
449, Tracon just wants to know, do you have an approach request into Montgomery?
Yes, we'd like the ILS vectors if we could. The ILS 28 right, Cap 449er.
Thank you.
That was nice of him. This guy's good. Love this service. All right, now back to what I was talking about. I need to turn on the landing light because my switch is not doing it today.
Number 1 November Echo, just verify your direct Fillmore.
All right, there we go. There we go.
Yeah, I'm fighting the autopilot a little bit. We're getting on course here. Sorry about that, 1 November Echo.
No worries, are you going to turn to left at this time, or do you need to go further north?
I'm turning left. Thank you, 1 November Echo.
Thank you.
All right, taxi
Whiskey Golf,
checklist.
please contact SoCal Approach
Got,
134.2.
Mixture link for taxi. Brakes test. We'll do that on the roll. All these things, heating, etc.
One Sierra Charlie,
We're
say
gonna want
destination,
pitot
please.
heat on.
Atlantic,
Yes,
1
and
Sierra
that's-
Charlie.
No, 1 Sierra Charlie, making a left turn on Mike into
Oh, it's
Atlantic,
3
monitor
degrees
me.
centigrade.
Let's turn on Mike
It
and
is,
Atlantic.
ISA 17. We should be
with
good.
your
We're not
frequency.
gonna ice
Thank
up.
you so much for
You
the
look at the lower
control tonight.
left
It was,
hand
an
of the
honor.
primary flight display OAT
Take
17.
care, bud.
Let's see.
Hotel Vision Jet 312 Whiskey Golf, 11,000.
Vision Jet
Attitude
312
indicator
Whiskey
turn-
Golf, SoCal Approach, perfect altimeter
and,
2995.
HSI, we're going to check that on the roll.
High five.
Alright, I'm going to give it a little gas here.
Number 3452 Echo Connex, Los Angeles Center, excuse me, 128.6.
So we managed, there we go, we stayed on the pavement. Alright. Now this is kind of a taxi diagram on the right hand display. But I'm going to call it up on, come to a stop, I'm going to call that up on 4 flight as well.
73452 Echo Los Angeles Center. Hello, the San Diego altimeter 29903.
Actually, let me go do it on this one, SEE. Oh, I'm going too fast. There's our taxiway center line. Really careful taxiing at night. The rain stopped. So I'm going to make it a point to record some kind of IFR flight for my own practice and review on Fridays, and I'm going to call it TG IFR Fridays. Just as a fun little way to motivate myself to do something IFR, keep my skills current. Now this is real weather. We're about to get dumped on. We're at Gillespie Field in El Cajon, California, about 2 miles from the house. Learned to fly here. My club aircraft and Civil Air Patrol airplanes that this is modeled after are stationed here. I have flown here. Well, most of my takeoffs and landings, the vast majority, are from this field. This is absolutely home plate. There goes my iPad. That's all right. I'll deal with that later. I've got a very old Samsung tablet. It's probably close to, I don't know, maybe 8 years old. All right, that'll do. Maybe 8 years old. That's running something called a VAIR, which is like 4 flight. It's an electronic flight bag, and it's open source. Pretty good if you're a sim guy or starving student pilot and don't want to pay for 4 flight.
San maintain 7,000 to Whiskey Golf.
It's actually quite adequate.
Sirius 1 November Echo traffic will be 12 o'clock, 11 miles
All right, before takeoff, we're on a parking brake set.
Descending out of 11 for 7.
We got pilot passenger seat backs are upright, locked, seatbelt, seatbelts are secure. Cabin doors
there's no
don't
clouds
exist.
here. And yeah, I guess I have pretty good eyes at night.
Flight controls free and correct.
2 Whiskey Golf, you got traffic.
Flight
12 o'clock
instruments,
and 9 miles
let's see,
is the
free and
Sirius
correct. How
level
are we
at
going to do that?
6,000.
I see nothing but a rain squall to Whiskey Golf.
All right, that
Can't
sounds
see
like
much.
1 November Echo's just like
Yep,
Superman.
that's correct. If I were to look back, I'd see the elevator doing what it's supposed to do, and the rudders are correct. So flight instruments are set. We got 2994 on the Colesman window. We are going to be taking off of 27, so I'll bug that. All right, runway 27, it's actually 271's the runway heading there. Of course, 27 is the first, it's within 10. All right, I'm done with ground.
Santa Barbara Ground, worry.
Going to tower.
80 Alpha radio check.
I'm going to need
8080 Alpha Santa Barbara Ground,
119.6
reach
for
you loud
departure.
and clear. It's perfect.
Hey, all right, thanks. Wow, now I can say you were my first control.
There you go.
Have a great night.
Take care, Peter.
Okay, we're going to go to, just so I can get Montgomery's, it's going to be SoCal departure, and they're going to kick me straight off to Montgomery Tower. So we're going to go over here, go to Montgomery, And I'm going to want ATIS there in case they don't give it to me. 126.9, I'm going to put that down here. Alright, that's already dialed up because I'm done with Gillespie ATIS. 119.6 there. And just as a reminder for myself, I'm going to put, well, I know that I've been there so many times.
Jet 2 Whiskey Golf, turn left heading
Montgomery's
080,
119.2.
vector for darts, expect the RNAV runway 21 approach to Santa Monica.
Okay, so that's the radios,
Alright,
the
left
nav
080
aids.
RNAV.
Nav aids I'm
vector
going to
for
need
darts,
are Mission
RNAV 21
Bay,
Whiskey Golf.
which is airport diagram. I'm going to want, let's call it the plate. Mission Bay is 117.8. Okay, it's already in nav 2. We're going to want that in nav 1. Flip that, 67. Alright, Mission Bay on both just in case. I'm going to want in the PFD, I'm going to want the DME in there. Wind data's up there. I think it's on option 2. That's what I like. Good. Back. We've got the transponder. Flight plan. Alright, I'm safe checklist.
Jet
I
2
feel
Whiskey
great.
Golf, descend and maintain 4,300 and turn right heading 100.
Plane.
4300 and right 100 to Whiskey Golf.
Okay, cabin doors, flight controls are
Cheers,
3
one,
correct. Flight instruments are
disregard.
set. Altimeters are rechecked, 119.4. This one gets set automatically. Unlike the real airplane, standby altimeter is set. G1000 altitude select on 4000. Standby flight instruments are good. Fuel quantity is good. Make sure we're going to go rich for takeoff. Fuel selector valve is on both. Autopilot engage. I don't do that test on this. This is an actual force feedback yoke. I don't try to overpower it, but we would turn on the autopilot, see if we could overpower it. Flight director, we're going to turn that off. Make sure it's off so it's not bugging me. Elevator trim set for takeoff. There's no AOA meter here. Throttled 1800. Notice the yoke comes back because of the airflow over the elevator. There we go, 1800. I'm going to go ahead and check my left mag.
Whiskey Golf, clear direct darts, cross darts at or above 4,300, cleared on F
50
runway
RPM
21
drop,
approach
that's
Santa
good.
Monica.
Direct
And it
darts,
recovers.
above 4300, cleared RNAV
50
21
RPM drop to the left mag. And it recovers. Vacuum indicator doesn't exist. Engine indicators are good. They're all in the green. Ammeters and voltmeters are all nominal.
Cat Flight 449 Gillespie Tower, are you on my frequency?
Cat 449, yeah, I'm just finishing my run up.
Cat Flight 449, roger, just let me know when you're ready to go.
Wilco, Cat 449. Nice of
71 November Echo, you got traffic at about 2 o'clock, 2 miles eastbound, 6,000
Alright, so
VFR
we're going to go
type
ahead
zone.
and check our enunciators. We have none, no red X's as
Okay,
you
we'll
can
keep
see.
an eye out for the traffic.
No
We can just
enunciators
barely
on the right.
see him. One to Burko.
No, one
Throttle
Echo,
check
should be
idle.
passing off your right hand side, should be no factor.
Throttle friction lock is good. Not muddled here yet. Make sure ComNav frequencies are set. FMS GPS flight plan is desired done. Check GPS 1 and 2. There's only a single in this particular simulation. Transponders correct. CDI soft key, we're going to use the GPS initially, and you can see that we have right in the middle of the CDI, we've got magenta needles. Warning, C, warning QH, interruption nav signal, the autopilot will cause the autopilot to revert
just
to
to verify, you're in
roll
a non-movement area?
mode with no warning, chime or PFD. Okay.
No, I'm holding short runway 24.
HSI doesn't provide a warning
Roger.
flag.
Can you do
We
me
know
a
that.
favor in the
Missing
future?
D-bar is considered to be warm.
You should load up
Cabin
in a
power switches
non-movement area,
off.
and just as
wing
you would
flaps,
in real
we're gonna
life,
keep
you wouldn't
them
want to enter the movement
Cabin
area
windows
without
are
having the
closed.
proper instruction or
Strobe
clearance.
pulse lights are on.
Just
Parking
to verify
brakes
you understand that. Can you verify that?
are released. Okay.
Verified. Will comply.
Our
in the
takeoff
future.
is
Thank you for the
normal. Flaps are up. Throttle
858.
full.
Okay.
Mixture's rich.
Also, the active runway at San Bernardino
Rotate
happens
to
to be
55.
runway
Normal
6
climb
at the
74.
moment. So if
And
you're
our track
intending on
flaps, which we
flying,
don't have down. That's it.
we're gonna have runway 6 be the active runway. So number 20858, do me a favor. Are you able to get to taxiway Alpha, or are you kind of trapped where you are?
Yeah, I think I can get to Alpha and taxi to runway 6, 858.
The other thing you could do, 858, to make this even more legitimate, if you reload at the ramp, you'll be even closer to 6, and then you'll be able to get a fresh start with a clean slate. Can you try that?
Yes, I sure can. 20858.
Okay, thank you. Number 1 November Echo, contact Point Magoo approach 124.7.
124.7, 1 November Echo.
2 Whiskey Golf, Santa Monica Tower, please, 120.1.
Over to tower, 2 Whiskey Golf. Thank you.
You're welcome. Number 52 Echo, contact SoCal approach 124.35. Good night.
Santa Monica Tower, 312 Whiskey Golf on the RNAV 21, just past movie.
312 Whiskey Golf, Santa Monica Tower, runway 21, clear to land.
Runway 21, clear to land, 312 Whiskey Golf.
And Gillespie Tower is cap 449, holding short of 27 right for IFR departure.
Cap 449, Gillespie Tower, runway 27 right, clear for takeoff.
27 right, clear for takeoff, cap 449er.
I'm going to go approach, Sierra 731 November Echo is at 6,000.
Alright, this is 27 right,
November
it's a
Echo,
little
Point Magoo
blurry
approach,
right now.
Camarillo altimeter 29902.
29902, 1 November Echo.
SoCal, Challenger 3452, Echo 8500,
And yep,
descending
the
Lucky 1.
airport sign agrees.
3452
Taking
Echo,
it nice
SoCal
and
approach.
easy.
The check-in broke up. Did you have the weather and approach request at Limburg?
3452 Echo, I'd like to do the RNAV Yankee for 27, then we have Foxtrot.
3452 Echo at Lindy,
Alright,
cleared
there's
RNAV
center
runway
line.
27 approach.
Takeoff power set.
Lindy cleared, RNAV 27 approach, 3452 Echo.
Airspeed's alive. Rotate. Pitch for about 74. I'm going to go on instruments right away. Still responsible to see and avoid, when I can. Alright, I've got the autopilot set to nav mode and pitch, so it's holding the pitch. I'm going to do flight level change mode, nose down to about 80 knots. And the airplane's doing what it's supposed to do. It's following the departure procedure. Climbing as expected. Beautiful night under the clouds. Interesting how it's choosing to fly this. So as you guys heard, it's quiet all of a sudden. There are two controllers working the entire SoCal area and Pilot Edge. They are highly professional and very good at what they do. And being on autopilot doesn't mean I'm not flying, it just means that I'm monitoring what the autopilot does. and taking the opportunity to do things that you need a brain for, like risk management, aeronautical decision making.
Cap 449, contact departure.
Contact departure, Cap 449. SoCal departure, Cap 449, 2,100, climbing 4,000.
Cap 449, departure, radar contact, climb maintain 4,000.
Climb maintain 4,000, Cap 449er. Alright, climb checklist.
Cap 449, do you want vectors to final, or did you want the full approach from somewhere?
I'd appreciate vectors to final bagel if you can do it, Cap 449er.
Cap 449, roger. Climb and maintain 5,000.
Climb maintain 5,000, Cap 449er.
For 52 echo, contact Liburg Tower.
Okay.
Contact tower,
Airspeed
345
set. Throttle full, mixture is rich. I'll lean it above 3,000, almost there, and sterile cockpit terminate. There we go.
Denver Tower, challenge 3452, echo on the RNAV, Yankee 27.
All right, bug 5,000.
For 3452 echo, Liburg Tower, runway 27, cleared to land.
27, clear to land, 345.
We're 1 November echo, descend and maintain 4,000.
So I'm using flight level change because that has us maintaining a given airspeed. If I bugged it for
Descend and maintain
vertical speed and
4,000,
rate of climb,
contact
say
Santa Barbara
500
approach at
feet per minute, say
120.55,
700,
1 November echo.
we might climb
Cap 449, just to verify, you want vectors to the final approach course, or you want the full approach from Backle?
I'll take the full approach from Backle, Cap 449.
Roger, thanks. Turn right heading 360.
Right heading 360, Cap 449. Okay, we'll go heading mode. Okay, I got my terminology a little crossed up. That's why we do this. Keeps us honest. Like I was saying, if we had it set for vertical speed of climb, we might not be able to maintain it. The autopilot will keep trying and raise the nose, and we could bleed off all our airspeed and stall. So we don't want that. Flight level change makes it such that we can set it at 80, 85 knots, a good cruise climb that we know speed that we know we can maintain, and it'll lower the nose to maintain that speed.
Santa Barbara approach, Sierra 731 November echo is at 5,400,
and,
descending 4,000.
For 731 November echo, Santa Barbara approach, flighting 280 vectors, visual approach, runway 25.
Fly 280, vectors to visual approach, runway 15, 1 November echo.
We're 1 November echo, and it's visual approach, runway 25.
That diamond, if you look at
visual
the
approach, runway 25,
primary flight display, the magenta diamond is where we're actually going. So I've got about a 5-degree cross track. Looks like he's going to give me Backle, vector me to it. I can't go direct yet because I'm still on vectors.
For 731 November echo, just advise when you get the airport inside 12 o'clock, 15 miles.
A little more right rudder. Autopilot doesn't do that.
Okay, we'll advise 1 November echo.
Airport 5,000. Expecting a turn sometime soon.
Cap 449, turn right direct Backle, cross Backle at 5,000, cleared ILS, runway 28, right approach.
Right direct Backle, cross Backle at 5,000, cleared ILS 28, right approach from Montgomery, Cap 449er. Alright, so we're going to go into direct backle, enter nav mode. There we go. And it should intercept that magenta line. Now we're in nav mode again, 5,000, direct backle. Now if you look on the left primary flight display, we're 8.5 miles out, bearing 125 to backle. We're doing 110 knots of ground speed. Track of 125, estimated time en route, 4 minutes, 15 seconds or so. That's on the top of the right-hand multifunction display. There's the chart.
We're at 52 Echo Taxi to parking via Charlie, monitor ground.
All right, cruise
Parking
checklist,
via
power
Charlie,
20
monitor ground,
27,
345
Echo
Echo,
Tim.
Yeah, November
Mixture
1, November Echo,
lean.
descend and maintain 3,000.
Descend and maintain 3,000, 1 Echo.
FMS is done, autopilot is desired, so cruise checklist complete. A little behind the curve. As I was saying, if you look at the primary flight display, that magenta diamond next to the heading is showing where we're actually going, whereas, which looks like it's about 5 degrees, 3 or 4 degrees maybe off of our actual heading because of wind. And we're seeing 13 knots if you look at to the left of the CDI in the primary flight display, little arrow, and 12 knots. So got some wind up here. Not a lot, but it ain't nothing. Right now, Montgomery is reporting broken at 7,500, so we're good there. Good 2 minutes to chat. We're looking
Santa Barbara approach, Sierra 7, True 1 November Echo has the field in sight.
Not a lot down on the
Number 1 November Echo,
ground,
cleared visual
so
approach runway 25, contact Santa Barbara Tower.
Cleared visual approach runway
I'm gonna
25,
land on
contact
28.
Tower,
I'm
1 November Echo.
not going to decide to
Santa Barbara Tower, Sierra 7 True 1 November Echo is on the visual 25.
not going to decide to land on a different runway just
731 November Echo, Santa Barbara Tower, runway 25, cleared to land.
It's not significant enough.
Runway 25, cleared to land, November Echo.
In particular on a precision approach, circling from the approach is just additional risk. You could easily do it on a night like tonight. We're not icing, not much wind, little rain, it's dark. But ILS is going to deliver us a nice view of the runway. About a 3-knot tailwind, it's almost nothing. If that.
San Bernardino ground, Skyhawk 20858 at the metal hangars, ready departure, runway 6 for the Cat
Call
7
up Montgomery
with
Tower,
Sulu.
have that ready.
We're 20858, San Bernardino ground, runway 6, taxi via Alpha.
Okay.
Taxi Alpha 20858.
And we're going to be turning here in a few, 30 seconds. I'm going to pull out some power. We don't need to be going fast for this. 2250. Perfect. And this particular leg, we're looking at 4,200, so I'm going to bug that. And hit approach mode.
Santa Barbara Tower, 731 November Echo is clear of runway 25 at Alpha. Request taxi to Atlantic.
Number 1 November Echo, taxi to parking via Alpha, Bravo, cross runway 15 left, cross runway 15 right.
Taxi parking via Alpha, Bravo, cross run 5 left, cross run 15 right, 1 November Echo.
San Diego Montgomery Field, 8 is information India, 0353 Zulu, wind 030 at 4, visibility 10, ceiling 7,500 broken, temperature 17, dew point 13, altimeter 29901, arriving and departing runways 28 right, 28 left, visual approaches in use. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions.
Starting to get tossed around a little. Turn on the final approach. Our next altitude is 3,600, so I'm going to go okay, looks like it's going to intercept the glide path. Does it? Nope. Because I don't have 2,500 bugged. Pull out power. Not in a hurry to get there. Alright, we're going to be there in 3,000 or 30 seconds, and I need to be at 3,600. I'm going to go altitude, stay right here. Dip below it a little bit, shame on me. About 40 feet.
Cap 449, contact Montgomery Tower.
Montgomery Tower, Cap 449. Montgomery Tower, Cap 449, inbound on the ILS.
Cap 449, Montgomery Tower, runway 28 right, clear to land.
28 right, clear to land, Cap 449. Okay, so we now need to go down to 2,500. And I've got 2 minutes to get there. Oh, wait a minute. I'm on green needles now. It switched me. I'm going to stay here and intercept the glide slope. I was just watching a video telling us intercepting a glide slope outside the final approach fix is legal, but not what's advised by the FAA. There are certain circumstances where you'd want to do that. All right, we're intercepting the glide slope. You can see the green diamond on the right, the green G above it. It's the glide slope indicator on the autopilot. We're on the localizer LOC. And I'm going to go ahead and pull out some throttle, bridge in the mixture, pre-landing checklist, sterile cockpit, pilot brief done, seats and belts secured, fuel selector valve on both mixtures, bridge landing, taxi lights are on, autopilot not off yet, cabin 12 hour still off. I'm going to go ahead and brief my mist. If I have to go mist, I climb straight out to 1,100. Runway heading, climbing left turn to 3,000, heading 270, intercept mission bay, radial 326, and that'll be largely flown by the autopilot. Getting busy. I'm going to go ahead and pull out some more power, usually about 1750. Slows us down a bit, go to 1850 at first, RPM as you can see on the right hand, multifunction display which has the instruments on the left. Alright, and we're slowing down, 1750 as we slow down. That works pretty well for a single notch of flaps inside the final approach fix. I want to get those flaps in a little early. I don't want to be making major configuration changes inside of the mist, right, or the inside of minimums. That's just too hectic. If I really broke out of minimums 200 feet off the ground and I had flaps up, I would keep the flaps up likely, maybe a single notch, depending on how lined up I am, but I don't want to get too busy and start tinkering with flaps when I should start landing the airplane. I'm going to go ahead and give it a little more power. Don't want to get under power at this point. 2,100 for descending 700s missed, so we're on the localizer. Autopilot's doing what it's supposed to do. 81 knots, 1,750 RPM, single notch of flaps. Those are the speeds I expect. You want to be watching your speeds and make sure that things are doing what they're supposed to do. That's where consistency and
San
practice
Bernardino
comes in.
Tower, Skyhawk 20858, holding short runway 6 for a west departure.
And I have the runway
20858, San Bernardino Tower, runway 6, cleared for takeoff, make right downwind departure.
It's actually a nice
Right
thing.
downwind departure,
Also,
runway 6, 20858.
Can't see us going missed at this point. If I actually had to go around in these conditions, I'd cancel IFR and do it visually. Make left traffic and try it again. Raining cats and dogs when I was doing my startup configuration. Got a 3-knot crosswind at this point. Again, that's fine for, you know, any pilot. Student pilot limitations. When I was a student pilot, my school were 4-knot crosswind components for student solo. So, if I can't land in that, I need to go back to school. All right, so I'm going to go gas. Fuel's on both. Undercarriage is down and welded. No retracts. Mixture is rich. Prop is still attached, it's not constant speed. Seat belts, switches are good. Go ahead and kill pitot heat, don't need that anymore. And we are ready to land the airplane. Look at that pretty runway. On the right hand side of the runway we have 2 red lights, oh, we got some rain. 2 white lights in the VASI, which means we're right on the money. We are 100 feet from minimum, so I'm going to go ahead and disconnect and hand fly. It's a nice night. And it's my airplane. (1500 RPM). Second notch of flaps. Back on the extended center line. Try to hold around 70 knots. And I'm going to go ahead and put in the next notch. A little more power. Don't want to touch down before the green line. That is a displaced threshold. And little power. Start pulling it out. Little off center line. Nice and gentle. And I guess I'll leave the runway at Alpha. Now there's a crossing runway here.
San Bernardino Tower, Skyhawk 20858. Request early
There's
frequency
the
change.
whole short line.
Murray 5A, frequency change approved.
Frequency change approved, 858. Thanks for your help today.
There's the whole short line. And the enhanced center line in the
SoCal
middle.
approach, Skyhawk 20858, 5 miles east of Ontario. Level 3,400.
To
Request Ontario, Class C transition, destination Elmont.
20858, SoCal approach, squawk 3315.
3315, 2085.
Montgomery Tower Cap 449er, clear of 28 right at Mike, ready to taxi to transient.